Yo, what is up? How you guys doing today? So I have another Unturned update for you guys, and that is 3.17.9.0, and there's a lot of additions, improvements, tweaks, and fixes, including a new map, so let's go ahead and get right into it. Now, the first thing on the additions list is the new added, rewritten, and upgraded landscape system, new tools, and hole support. Now, the first thing you guys may notice is the giant tunnel sitting right in front of me. Now, this tunnel was created with a new holes tool, and here's exactly what it did to improve our current way of making the tunnels and caves. Now, usually when people made caves and tunnels, they had to cover the roof up with something because, you know, there was no way of cutting into the terrain, but instead having to delete a big chunk of the terrain around it just to create the tunnel or cave. Now, usually when people made caves, they weren't created by the regular terrain, but instead with giant rocks above them and around them, or with any other item that can be an alternative. So basically, just to sum it all up, you guys could just cut straight through any terrain and create your tunnel, such as this. You know, there should be like no little rocks or anything coming through because you don't have to deal with them anymore. But yeah, so there's another example right over here as well, and you guys can see that it's just cut straight through. Like there's literally just a hole right here and it's cut straight through the bottom. You guys can go into it. Now this is where a cave would be, so there would be like a lot of terrain around here and all that, or it would just be like a giant tunnel leading to a bigger cave under it. But yeah, so this is the beginning part. Now as you guys can tell, there is rocks around it and stuff, but that's mainly just for the look of it. But yeah, also you guys may notice that we are on the dev test 4 map. Now, since we're on the dev test 4 map, you know, it doesn't look that great. Like, you guys may notice it does not look that great at all. It doesn't look like any actual map. Well, mainly that's because it's a dev test map. It's, you know, made for testing things. There's not really any, like, detail put into it. It's just to test all the new additions and, like, stuff that Nelson has been working on. There's also, like, little terrain patches over here, like, different types of terrain, such as, like, you know, like rock, grass, the fall grass, and stuff like that. But mainly this is here because Nelson was working on also a terrain quality graphics option, which was added as well. Another addition as well, guys, is the added basic type browser and content browser. But yeah, so that's about it for the additions, guys. Now let's go ahead and move on with the improvements. And for the improvements, we have improved snow and ice to glitter in the sunlight and added option to disable. Improved landscape and nature objects to use triplanar or triplanar mapping and added option to disable. Sorry guys, I don't really know how to say that. Another improvement would be improved rain puddles not to form under the main sea level to basically, you know, reduce lag. And for the tweaks, we have tweaked snowflake particle lighting to be more visible and tweaked traps not to count as PvP deaths. Now, since that was quite short, we're going to go ahead and move on to the fixes real fast as well. And that is fix server incorrectly rejecting bayonet hits, fix to prevent specular highlights on foliage and terrain aside from rain, fix standing inside a door while closing to use it as an elevator, which I am actually kind of surprised that hasn't actually been removed a long time ago. You know, like it was quite harmless, but still don't know why it wasn't like removed a long time ago, because this was found like months ago. Like I'm pretty sure, probably even like a year ago maybe. But yeah, so there is also a fixed new item format not loading name, fixed crafting search on items without names, fixed re-exporting no asset bundles to update materials, fixed stockpile button linking to new section where there aren't new items, fixed left-handed driving view model, fixed clouds to render a bit further away, and cleaned up the dev kit layout loading and saving, and cleaned up dev kit window inheritance chain. Anyways guys, that is about it for the fixes, so let's go ahead and move to the little note that Nelson wrote at the bottom of the update notes. The title of the note is called Landscape. Now Nelson wrote, "This week I completely rewrote the landscape features as the first half of a big improvement to the terrains system and visuals. The next half foliage and trees hopefully being ready to go next week. I've put together a little demo in the dev test 4 map if you'd like to check some of these improvements out." Terrains can have caves or holes in them now by creating a landscape hole volume from the type browser. Now, previously underground areas on the maps were large pits in the ground covered by meshes, so I'm really excited to see the potential to create metro systems to connect multiple cities, underground cave networks, sewers, etc. Now, this feature works with the old non-dev kit terrains as well, so you guys don't need to upgrade your map to take advantage of it. Landscapes are composed of tiles, which can be expanded in any direction, so your map doesn't need to have to be a square. Now, if you guys have an idea for a new location, you guys can extend your map. Tiles can also be deleted. Each tile can have up to 8 different terrain materials instead of a global 8 material limit previously, so a map can have many different biomes with different textures for mountains, swamps, flatlands, etc. Materials are added automatically when painting, but if you hit the 8 material limit, you can select the tile and remove one to free up a slot. I've also really improved the sculpting and painting tools, and they have a new feature. I haven't seen any other terrain editors like eye-dropping materials. And now, if you guys want to try your hand at landscape creation, open a map in the dev kit, add a landscape from the type browser, open the landscape tool. Now, from the window, click in an empty space and add a new tile, or just open the dev test format. Now, automatically converting old non-dev kit terrains to the new system is supported in the tile menu, but although your material placement is preserved, it can't automatically link the material assets. I need to improve and add some more features to the inspector before this becomes easy, so I'd recommend on holding off the upgrade your existing maps until I upgrade the official ones. Anyways, that is about it for this video. So if you guys found this video helpful, or if you guys enjoyed it at all, please slap a like on it and subscribe if you guys haven't already. Anyways, I'll talk to you guys later.